Welcome back to Bay Sunday. Oprah said that our next guest's business was an energetic force in the world. Please welcome business mentor Shelly Davidescu. Thanks for joining us, Shelly.
Thank you so much.
That's quite some praise from Oprah. Tell us a little bit about what you do. CleanForks.com is your website. You're a success coach and a mentor for women. What does that entail?
Yeah, so I mentor women in wellness, really acupuncturists, psychotherapists, health coaches, really impact positively the lives of others. And so I help them with business, with mindset, anything that has to do with their energetic expression in their business.
And what got you into that?
Really a passion for health. What I truly believe is that without our health, we really can't do anything. We don't have, energy to do the work we love. We don't have the energy to have positive relationships. And at the end of the day, we struggle if we don't feel good.
And I know your impact is and your goal is to teach women and lead them in the right way. What are some of the stories that you've come across and some of the women that you've worked with?
Sure.
Recently?
Yeah, I mean, what's really interesting is one of the patterns that I've seen over and over that has come up is this issue of boundaries. Having good boundaries is, again, an energetic expression of our relationship with ourselves and either something else or somebody else. So when we have healthy boundaries within ourselves, then we truly understand where we stop and something or somebody else begins. So it makes it very clear what it is that we're going for, what it is that we want and desire.
And what are some other practical pieces of advice that you could offer some of the women who are watching the program today?
Sure. I think first and foremost is to really understand how you feel when you're interacting with your business, for example. Does your business feel good? If there's any struggle or if there's any, if there's perpetual struggle, then there's something off with your boundaries. And I would definitely take a look at, where those boundaries can be a little bit off.
And you talk about business, but what about women who are struggling with their own jobs? They might not be a business per se, but they're working at a certain company. They're not too happy with their situation. What do you tell them?
Yeah.
What's your advice? Because there are a lot of times you have to do it to earn a living, but they're not certain where to go.
Yeah, and this happens actually a lot. I've had a lot of clients transition out of 9-to-5 jobs and feel that way, feel really stuck or feel like they just don't want to do what they're doing. And again, it comes back to understanding where their boundaries are, what are they allowing that they no longer want to allow. So some practical steps would be to maybe make a list of the 10 top desires that they have and what they want to go after and what they no longer want to allow. And it's really understanding, again, where their desires start and, how it interacts with everything else.
And what about food? How does that play into how it affects people's lives on a day-to-day basis?
So food, I feel like, has everything to do with how we feel, how we act, how we think. Food has the power to give us energy or drain our energy. So, and it's also very misused. We use food to distract ourselves. We use food to enjoy ourselves. We use food to stimulate ourselves. So I think it's really important to understand how we're using food on a day-to-day basis. And is it actually fueling our purpose?
And did you undergo some kind of change in your life that made you had like an aha moment that said, all right, I have to start changing this in my life in order to make it better?
Yes, absolutely. I had to set some very clear boundaries around some of the foods that were very traditional in my culture but did not make me feel good.
Which is what?
Dairy, cheese. I'm originally from Mexico City, and there's dairy and cheese in everything.
Right.
And it just doesn't agree with my body. So unfortunately, that was really a tough one to let go of. But yeah, I had to change that and had to let go of some other foods like breads and gluten and things that didn't really help me.
Yeah, so you felt more energetic after those changes?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
All right, Shelly Davidescu from CleanForks.com. Shelly, thanks for being here this morning.
Thank you.
For more information, you can go to CleanForks.com. That's the website. And we'll be back with more Bay Sunday after this break.
Thank you.